Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're back at the Tank Museum on Tankfest, and we're starting off today with a Valentine bridge layer. You don't see many of these about. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the only one. We do like a Valentine. Then we've got the universal carrier. So we've got a nice universal carrier there. This is a Japanese Hargo. So what's interesting about this particular tank, from my understanding, the whole thing is welded shut. Even you can see the porthole where the machine gun would be. Something to do with radiation. There you go. Something else you don't see many of, and they did have a run on one of these here. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. There we have a Tetrarch in the remains of a glider, I believe anyway. There's the glider information. And you definitely aren't going to see another one of these displays anywhere. Let's just pull back so you can get the whole thing. A very cool little display, the Tetrarch. There's the back view. And then next to that we've got another cool vehicle. It's the Panzer IV that you saw in the last video. And this here, I don't know if I can get down the side of it. I'll just. This is a Churchill Avery, the engineering vehicle with the massive petard launcher on the front of it. So I just realised that the lens had decided to lose its autofocus. Something this camera seems to do every so often. I don't know why. I have heard things about having weird glitches like that. Anyway, that's regardless. There's your Churchill AVRE with his fat old petard. And here we have a rotor trailer, another stupid British design. Check out the Tank Museum's tank chats on the rotor trailer. But essentially that was a stupid trailer that carried ammo and fuel and leaked fuel everywhere and got in the way and tipped over and was just a pile of rubbish. Little Crusader. We'll go around this side in a minute. Let's have a look around here first. It's a turret from an anti-aircraft Centaur. Actually, let's go around this side first, that'll probably be easier. Can take a look at this M3 over here. There you go, there's a nice M3 Grant. And you actually see the interior of this one, for what it's worth. If it wants to focus, there you go. I think we need to change the focus settings quickly. False alarm, I think it was alright. It's nice to see some of the cutouts where you can actually see the interior of them. I mean, there's not many places you can go and look at the inside of a Panzer III like this. Nice display. Remember that the museum isn't just a museum, it's actually a training school. Active training school at that. So they have to have a lot of things with these cutouts and stuff like that because they're training aids. That isn't just because they've hacked them up. And as Nicholas Morena's commented on a few of his videos, yes, sometimes you think, God, they've cut up this old tank. But you have to remember in the past they were essentially worthless in a lot of ways compared to what they are now. And the only reason you could get the governments to not destroy them was to use them as training aids. Anyway, here's a white scout car. It's like a mini half track without the hassle of the track. And another Churchill. This one has had a particularly hard past. It's got some serious pitting on it. I think that was in the ground for a long time in a bog. A little dingo. And this is the little Italian flame tankette. With its little fuel trailer. I can't imagine there's many worse vehicles to be in. And we got ourselves a German half track. With its very much not simple truck drivetrain system like the American one. I mean, these are horrible things when you look inside them, and they're just like driver visibility and everything are just awful vehicles compared to the American ones. I know I sound like a bit of a fanboy here, but come on, I know they're cool, but compared to the American ones in terms of usability, they just crap. Albeit probably more heavily armoured, but I doubt that was to the point of making any difference. And here we have the little Valentine, nice little tanks, and another M3. So they got a nice selection. Now we've got this pedestal up here on the bridge. I think it says something about the bridge here. And the actual cruiser itself. Nice display piece. And then we have a Matilda. Or Matilda 2, I should say. Next to the Italian offering. Another cruiser tank over here for you to see. So you can tell this is one of the early British tanks. By its extra turrets, it's something we were a bit of a fan of for a while. I mean, you want to be inside one of these. I mean, look at the state of it. No thank you is all I have to say about that one. Then we've got a Panzer I command tank. Should think an exceptionally rare little machine. Next to that, and Samur S35. So that had been one of the tanks that was being in use when France was invaded by the Germans, so that would have fought alongside stuff like the B2. You can see it's quite similar to the Char B2 in a lot of ways. And another giant armoured car. And next to that we've got the famous concrete bunker mobile pillbox tank truck thingy. Made a hash up of that, didn't I? So yeah, this is basically a truck covered in concrete with a pillbox on the back of its bed, so you can use it as a mobile pillbox. And that right there probably defines better than any other vehicle in here British desperation after Dunkirk, when we were literally screwed. It's a British Beaverette, and here's the Bison, the concrete truck from the other side, next to a rather fancier Rolls-Royce armoured car. And this one's a runner, I do believe. This is the one that they take into the arena sometimes. And then over here we've just got ourselves a nice Comet. And next to that we've got next to another little Matilda one. We'll have a quick look in here because the Tank Museum isn't just tanks, there is other types of displays. So we've got our little viewing hall in here where you can sit and watch videos about stuff. And a little home front shop in here, which is actually quite awesome. I can see me turning a house into something like this in the future. It's the sort of nutty thing I'd do.
A small Lancashire mill town about 15 miles from Manchester, and found almost without exception the children there were happy, excited by their...
This is a cool display. Oh, sorry. So let's get into the time of day where most people are out in the arena. And we're nearly at the end of this video. That's all the tanks for this bit. Show this little selection of uniforms that they've got in here. They got all information boards for everything that's in here. And you've got some equipment, a Bren gun there and a Beezer. So that is it for another video. And I think we've probably got 2 more videos to do. There's a section with the British Cold War stuff and Afghanistan era stuff and the World War I trench. So I'll go and do that now and I'll see you in a bit. If you have a bit of footage of this Beaverette, as always, give me comments and stuff of what you like, feedback, etc, etc. And I will see you again in the next room.